Hey Wanderers, and welcome back to the Wandering Gamer Network Plays Spider-Man. I'm Zack.
And I'm Mandi. And, alright, we actually ended up talking in between the break, but I will summarize my quick thought on the combat.
Go listen to it and tell us what you think.
Yes, go listen to it. But no, my thought process, so we end up fighting it's a Frankenstein monster. And so, like, the first 2 rounds were us all trying to, like, restrain versus fight. And unfortunately, when you roll terribly, like Caitlin and I did, it kills the momentum and it kills everything about trying to do anything, which was not fun. So.
Oh yeah, that was rough. It was very, very rough. And then it's like hard because then the combat just drags on because when you fail when you fail 3 out of 4 rolls.
Yeah, which I think both Caitlin and I failed 75% of our rolls.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
it was crazy how bad the dice didn't like us during combat.
I think Caitlin rolled like 3 twice.
Yeah, I think I literally rolled a 3, 5, and 4. Like, it was not good.
Yeah. It was just a rough time.
Which doesn't, like, the thing, too, is, like, once we realized, like, if we touched him, we would be, like, shocked. All of a sudden, that means, like, we're all trying to do ranged attacks versus melee attacks.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I have no tags for that. I have no extras, no bonuses. I am just rolling straight.
Right. Yeah.
Good news.
It was just a little rough. But, we also, like, forgot a lot of mechanics, and, it's the first combat. Stuff like this always happens, And,
well, and the thing I said during our break, too, I think is very true, which is that it's okay to expose the holes in our characters and our party, because that just means we can figure out what we have to do next.
Well, I like it also, like, what this sets up also, like, I'm just thinking about is, like, the narrative, like, you guys aren't good at fighting. That's not how you solve problems.
Yeah.
Which is, like, just, like, a nice thing to have set up about your character, like...
Kind of. Because, well, it's interesting, right? Because Cody and Vinny's characters are both brawly types. Like, they literally, in their free time, go to, like, boxing matches or something. Like,
yeah.
Like, they are set up to be that kind of type. And my character is definitely supposed to be investigative because of...
yeah, you're supposed to, like, get all the information out of all the people.
Yes. Like, lots of charm, lots of charisma, all that stuff. Like, I fully expect the majority of, like, the beginning part to be more of my character. I would say Cody's actually probably the most well-rounded.
Yeah.
Which is weird for him, but...
Well, Cody usually plays decently well-rounded character. Like, Cody doesn't min-max at all.
No.
So, like, by that attribute, he usually ends up kind of well-rounded.
That's true. He's just so quirky that I forget that.
Right, all his characters are bananas.
They are. Who was it a one shot that we listened to where they were talking about, like, the X Factor?
Yes.
Yeah, Cody is definitely an X Factor player where his characters are always crazy and always bananas and quirky.
Yeah, I think I am, like, 75% heart, 25% brains. Caitlin is the reverse, I think.
I would agree with that. I think Caitlin plays very logically.
Yeah, but she also has to have, like, characters she, like, has some emotional investment in.
Yeah.
I think Vinny is 100% logic.
Yes, I would agree with that.
And that's why he min-maxes so much in some games.
Yes.
Like Baxter in Star Wars.
Yes, because he wants to do one thing, and it's like, how do I maximize that ability? So yes, I would agree with that.
And I'd say you're probably like 100% heart.
Yeah.
You know, like where Cody's like I would say like Cody's probably like 75% X Factor and like 25% heart.
Yeah, yeah.
Because his characters do also feel very genuine. You know, like
they come from a very not. I was gonna say innocent because I was thinking of Franny. But they definitely come from a place of like
of love, like not that the characters
he likes the characters that he makes,
right? Like they come from a place of love for him, not that they are necessarily loving characters.
Yeah, but he likes these type of people that he's created.
Right, he's happy with everything he's done with them.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree with that. My characters, I feel like I have to like. Like,
yeah.
Just period. I just have to like them.
I'm playing this one always looks so painful, you know?
Yikes.
Nap time.
Yeah, I'm trying to now I'm like in my head going through all my characters.
Yeah, I mostly play hard because I find a fun idea that I want to do. And then, you know, because like Sully's very much a heart character.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a medic in a system that does not need a medic.
Yeah.
Who else have I? Aleki's a heart character.
Aleki. Oh, that was Crystal Heart.
Yeah. What else have we played?
Oh shoot, who's your I've been listening. Who was your detective?
Cyrus.
Cyrus.
He was a heart character. Like they're like all of my characters like have a, like there's an amount of logic behind, like they play logically, but a lot of their things are like determined by like they're wearing their emotions on their sleeves.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's
Evelyn was like I think Evelyn might be the most heart character I've played.
Huh.
Nice jumpsuit. Slimming.
Stay out of my business.
Wait, the demons. Who's their leader?
Keep my men alive and maybe I'll tell you.
Yeah, my
Saving
Ooh,
bad guys from
helicopter.
other bad guys. Not how I thought today would go.
yeah, mine are basically I can't even think of any of mine that aren't
even kind of not hard.
Yeah.
I guess Mela, I would say, is kind of X Factor.
Yeah, but even then, like,
I think
towards the end, she was definitely a heart character.
Right, I think
like,
she started out as X Factor, I would say.
Yeah, and I think she more started out as X Factor because the way I wanted to play her was like as someone legitimately starting from like
Nothing.
no experience, because I think that's because it's so often in, well, it's specifically like D&D, but like leveling games, you know, you end up playing from level 1, and it's like, okay, well, what does level 1 actually mean?
Right.
Which is so interesting to me if you're like a dwarf playing a level 1 character, because it's like you've been alive forever. What have you been doing up until then?
Right, but I think the other thing, like, in D&D that's supposed to be intrinsic is, like, a level 1 adventure is, like, it's like you are, like, a professional, like, athlete. You know, it's kind of like being, like, in the minor leagues for baseball, like, being a level 1. Like, so you're not really good, but you're also better than the majority of people.
Yeah, well, and I don't think that is always established, you know, I don't think...
Right.
So many times, you know, we just think of it being very Lord of the Ringsy.
Right, well, because you always, like, view your character, like, where they're going and what you want them to be.
Yeah.
Especially in D&D. Like, D&D, I'm really bad about this, like where you flesh out, like, what you want your character to be from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I think it is very much for D&D, like, you know, like, you start out as a, like, you're, like, minor league baseball. Like, you can, like, do some danger, you know, like, more athletic stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I hate these guys.
Yeah, well, and I can totally see that. Like I said, I think it is just one of those things that is never, like, we don't always establish that right away.
Right.
So it's not...
oh, man, I am taking a beating.
Woo! So yeah, it's not always obvious, which is, you know, to me why I really wanted to play Mela that way, and I think that's why she was an X Factor at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically everyone else is just no logic, just pure heart.
Yeah.
All decisions are made emotionally.
Yeah.
Especially with my current one. Aphrodite makes a lot of sense with that.
Yeah.
Which is okay.
Hey, I really like Darling.
I do too.
Me and Caitlin think your accent for her is adorable.
Oh, yay! Good.
So you did good.
That's good. Well, I appreciate that because okay. So we've played 3 times, and the first 2 times, I think I was doing the thing where I was too focused on how it sounded and not what I was, and like what I was saying.
You okay?
And how I was saying it.
Yeah.
And last night, I was just like, I just gotta talk, because I noticed I wasn't talking a lot.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. Which I'm glad you talked more and you were just like stepping up, because like the problem with the first 2 episodes, air quotes, is Cody talks way too much.
Yeah.
Like, and I think Detective Tanner's fun. I have no problem with Cody talking, but like, it was it was almost to the point where I think Cody was talking more than me. Not really, but you know, like,
It was,
I'm the DM and Cody has almost as many lines as me, and that's not a good thing.
Well, and it's funny too, right? Because like, I took a character I made a character whose main thing is talking to people and trying to do the investigating part. But I think the actual investigating part is really, like, I just don't always know what questions to ask. And especially in a mystery like this, we're always going to be a little bit slow.
You 2 stay here. Wait for the police.
Excuse me. Because we're just, like, trying to figure out, like, okay, what am I
Your turn.
gonna
Who runs the
say?
demons?
Maybe
That makes sense.
Maybe he isn't. Check the
But,
I've missed these cryptic fist talks.
but I think the way I envision the character, too, is, so we walked in on a crime scene, which feels like very Detective Tanner's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And I kind of imagine, like, as we have to go more into, the more we have to go into, like, the underbelly, or, you know, like that kind of, or if we have to talk to politicians or things like that and try to, like, get information that way, I feel like Darling's
Right.
going to be a lot more useful.
Right.
Oh, jeez.
Man, like,
No!
ow, that would hurt so bad.
I know, right? Jeez. Yikes.
What a presence of mind, though, to like wake up in that sort of panic and be able to swing back onto something.
Oh, I know. Yikes.
This game does a very good job of making you feel cool, though. You know,
Oh,
like,
I believe it.
This feels so, like, with the QuickTime events, like, you just feel cool. Like, it
Yeah.
feels very superhero-y in way, like, because I played the Batman games, which have a very similar fighting style to this.
Yeah.
And, like, this just feels like a superhero, where I didn't ever feel that way, or I didn't feel as much that way with the Batman
Did that just
games.
happen?
And it's harder because he's not, he's a huge, like, just a normal guy
Yeah.
at a certain point.
Helicopter with a wrecking ball?
To
Yeah, things with the demons got complicated. Sit
To-
tight, Yuri. I got this. Please, let me got this.
Also, Peter Parker's just, like, such a more fun character to walk around with than Batman.
Oh, yeah. Well, and he can be quippy.
Right.
Batman's a different kind of,
He's very broody.
yeah.
And the Arkham games are really good. I like them. But I also like just... This game is, like, fun to move around the city.
Oh,
And my
yeah.
favorite Batman game was the first one, honestly, because it was, like, such small scale.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, there was a few just weird things about it.
I know.
Maybe you could superhero a little faster?
Working on it, Yuri. Call you when it's done.
Bye. Don't talk to me now.
Speaking of superheroing faster, you guys needed that last night.
Huh?
In your fight.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, if the dice were a little more...
Yeah, I do, and like, I did have the entire... Oh, man. You got me good there. Just so, like, the whole point of that, though, was, like, you guys were going to, like, mess up the lab. Like, they're, like,
Oh yeah.
That was like completely on purpose.
Oh yeah, I think we do what we can, not
Right.
not to break the game, but just to try and follow the rules set by the characters in the game.
Yeah. Like the repercussions of that are going to be minor. There's not.
Jeez. Just keep wrecking New York.
I live to regret this.
I hope I live to regret this.
Oh, goodness.
Again, you guys last night
Yeah.
being beaten to a pulp by that.
Well, that's actually something I've like that's I need to talk with Cody about how like in terms of solving that, like, hey, help me out, make me, think you're a cool guy. please help me, because you are quirky.
Yeah.
One engine down. Now for the
Jeez.
I like how I'm just ripping this plane or this helicopter apart.
Right.
Not today. But yeah,
Need a plane. We're playing real fast.
oh man.
Oh, good, you did a plan. My favorite part about anything in New York is, like, look at the people just walking in the background.
You got this.
Just like, that's a normal day. Like,
Those people actually responded.
yeah, right.
Please don't screw this up.
It does feel really cool, dude. Like, this scene is like so well done.
It is well done, yeah.
Like, for you to like get to do all, like, they did it very well, where it's like they have the right amount of like reaction commands and the dialogue's good. I just love this scene.
These masks are so awesome.
This is one of the better scenes in the game.
Cool, thanks. Do they have a website? Whoops. Hey Yuri, I caught the bad guys, but
But what?
you might want to.
They don't want to talk to me.
But yeah, the next mission you guys have. Look, it's Miles Morales.
Oh, hey. What's up?
Speaking of which, everyone should go watch that movie because it's
Yes.
so good again.
So good.
Oh, but the next case that you guys have, I've already been developing some, and it's gonna be like less crime scene-y. So
Yeah, but you gotta get into it.
right,
So.
right, and like this is like supposed to be like more of a straight. Like this one's supposed to be very straightforward. Like you guys haven't hit a dead end yet.
Yeah.
There's been none of you that's like. There's been no point where you guys are like, I have zero idea what we're doing.
Yeah, which is good.
Right.
Well, and I feel like generally too, we've been very thorough with the
Right.
investigation, which I think, considering that's not the usual game we play, that feels really good. That we've been, because I think I still technically have a clue that is just gonna not get used, which is fine. But it's a clue that
The
but
first guy.
it means that we got everything that we needed.
Right.
What you probably didn't
Which is the goal.
my sources confirm is that the perpetrators were wearing masks.
I'm looking for a
Horrible,
backpack right now. I
demonic
want to go
faces.
fight crime.
Yet another example of the explosion in mass criminals since
I don't fight the
Spider-Man
crime.
came on the scene.
Oh, thanks, Jameson.
Oh man. Jameson just feels a little too real at times.
I know, right? Especially in today's climate.
Yep.
No, I'm very excited to get back into it. Cause like even though the combat last night was kind of rough, like I felt a lot better playing last
Yeah.
night.
The combat was just like we needed to relearn stuff. And
Yeah.
There's stuff that we forgot that would have made it so like 20 times easier.
And roll dice better. I am
Yeah.
gonna make up because the link that you sent with the rules, I need to just make a cheat sheet on that.
Yeah.
And really, I just need to print everything out. because the way that because I just have a weird character sheet set up because I didn't have the actual character sheet at the time.
Yeah, you should rewrite that at some point.
Yeah,
as well.
I'm gonna print it out this week and fix it so I can keep.
Yeah,
track
not
of
that
things
it
better.
bothers me. It's more just would be helpful.
Yeah, no, I mean it'd be helpful for me too.
Ugh.
So.
All right, so I think we'll end here for now.
Sounds good.
So until next time, everybody, keep wandering.
Bye.
Hey Wanderers, and thanks for listening to the Wandering Gamer Network play Spider-Man. We hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to hear more content from the Wandering Gamer Network, check out the link in the description below. We have several actual play podcasts, including City of Mist, our homebrew space adventure Outlaws Wanted, and many more. Until next time, keep wandering.